Get ready for the smackdown. Get ready for the smackdown. How you gonna react when you're put in the back now? 'Cause there's no turning back when you're facing the smackdown.
So back again, guys, and this fight, pretty much, sorry for the delay, as always. Got a new job, so figuring the schedule now. But this fight comes from me, and we'll get right into it. So we have Blockbuster from DC Comics versus the Rhino from Marvel Comics. So we have two super strong villains going at it from the big two. Let's get into it, shall we? So we'll start off with Blockbuster. Okay, for all those who do not know Blockbuster, let me give you a little bit of a history lesson of Blockbuster. There have been several people who have been called Blockbuster. If I remember correctly, there have been about 4 people. But I'm originally starting with the original. The original Blockbuster, who was named Mark Desmond. He was basically a chemist who experimented on himself, basically to get bigger, and stronger. Pretty much think of what if Bruce Banner was a chemist, which kind of he is. But pretty much Mark was a chemist. He experimented on himself. By experimenting on himself, he became stronger, taller, but he also became a mindless behemoth. Basically a mindless brute. And pretty much the main, he was pretty much used just for the muscle by his brother, Roland, who would later on become the next Blockbuster afterwards. But like all blockbusters, here are basically none of them are really set apart except for, I believe it was the 4th Blockbuster. I believe it was the 4th Blockbuster, because the 4th Blockbuster was Roland. Excuse me, it was Roland. The original Blockbuster's brother. There was something different about him a little bit, because he got magical abilities through Necron. But basically their powers are all the same. All Blockbusters: superhuman strength, durability, stamina, and that's pretty much been the gist of all Blockbusters. They've gone up against the likes of Batman, some degree, mostly Batman and Robin, because that's where he first appeared in Detective Comics 345. But like I said, most of them usually they were just mostly the muscle for the mob. But like I said, super strength, durability, stamina. There you go. So let's move on to his combatant in this. Let's move on to the Rhino. Everybody should know the Rhino. Don't really need to go too deep with him, but let's get a little bit of a rundown, a little bit of a gist of who the Rhino. The Rhino is one of Spidey's rogues gallery. He's also an adversary of the Hulk too. Yeah, this guy can go toe to toe with the Hulk, but he is more bronze than brains. Now his real name is Alexei Sivakevich. He's Russian. I hope I'm saying his name right. I hope I pronounced it right. I've always messed up. I hate messing up on Russian names. I apologize. I don't do it on purpose. It's kind of hard sometimes to say sometimes. But he's also gone under the name Alex O'Hearn, but he pretty much come to the States, and he was an immigrant. He wanted to bring his family over, so he joined up an organization. An agent from some organization pretty much offered him many money to basically the money to participate in an experiment, and he pretty much agreed, and they bonded this like super strong polymer like skin like suit to Alexei, and it pretty much augmented his strength, his speed, and he was given the name the Rhino. He worked as a super assassin for a while. So hence that's when the Rhino was born. There you go. But as the Rhino, we all know he has superhuman strength. He has superhuman speed for a guy his size. He's able to run pretty dang fast for a big guy. I mean, it's not nothing like a speedster, but if you think about an average size rhinos are mountain of muscle, but they can, as big as they are, they can run about 30 miles per hour. That's pretty good. But think about a human sized rhino, he can pretty much get top notch speed. His stamina makes him pretty good because of the uh, the enhancements with him, and pretty much he doesn't really get too tired. Not necessarily. Uh, he's less fatigued. He gets less fatigued, and of course his body armor, his skin, gives him superhuman durability where he can take. I've seen Rhino take anti-tank weaponry and pretty much not suffer no real bad damage. And but that's pretty much what his suit can do, and that's what the Rhino is. So yeah, there you go. So let's move on to the battle breakdown. We have two super strong brute beings going at it. Now, though the way I look at this fight can go for a long time. Both of these characters have superhuman durability and stamina, so they can take a punch and they can give it. However, this is bad on the case of the individuals involved around this fight. As this debate goes, I can see they just going blow for blow, blow for blow, blow for blow, blow for blow. Not really getting tired, not really getting too injured. And most of these guys, they don't really use their heads too much. However, I will say this. Honestly, I'll give this actually to the Rhino. And here's why. Though Rhino is not known for his intelligence, he can think. And the one thing is, like I just said, the original Blockbuster is a mindless brute. He doesn't think. So I say Rhino could outthink him, just in that sense of knowing that just me going blow for blow for blow is not gonna work on this guy. I gotta figure out something else, and I actually can see somebody getting killed here. These guys are not against killing, and if Rhino needs to gore him with his horn, I think you will see a dead Blockbuster. Same thing with Blockbuster. I can see Blockbuster trying to kill Rhino. The only problem is, like I said, heaven help the city, the town, wherever they are fighting. It's going to be bad, and there's going to be casualties. So that is my diagnosis on this fight/debate. And so I look at it like this. My choice is Rhino. So I ask you guys in the comment section below, as always, leave your opinion. Who wins this fight? Blockbuster or the Rhino? And I'll see you guys with some more fights coming your way real soon. Take care.